Hi all. Today I will discuss about the option explicit and cell selection some using range, range and offset and cells. Okay, let's see the practical approach how we can write the code. So I have pressed Alt L F11 to move on code window. So let's start sub create cell reference. This is a macro name. So here I will declare the variable dim uh, counter as integer. So I can write here byte also. Actually, I need to execute my for loop 10 times. So I can write here byte also. If I take here integer, no problem. We can take integer also. Okay. So now I'm writing the structure of for loop. In for loop, what you have to do here, you need to write for, then you will have to write here variable name. Variable name is counter. I have already declared the variable name counter. So I have taken counter. Then you have to decide from which number to which number you want to execute your loop. So I want to execute my loop from 1 number to 10 number. Actually, I want to create cell reference from 1 number row, 2 number row, 3 number row, like that. Okay. So how we will create the cell reference? So you can see here, I'm closing the for loop first. Next is a closing of for loop. If you can write here variable name, that's fine. If you are not writing the variable name, that's also fine. Okay. If you are applying only one loop, it's not mandatory to write variable name here. Okay. But in case you are using multiple for loop, at that time you should write here variable name to close the loop. Okay. Now I'm writing here to create cell reference. What I have to do here, here I need to select cell one by one up to 10 number of rows. So I will have to write here range. Okay. Here I'm taking reference of A column. That's why I'm taking here A. Then I need to concatenate the row. It's mandatory to write row, column and row with range object. Okay. So ampersand means I'm concatenating row number with a column. So here I'm passing counter. In counter I will get 1 2 3 4, one by one I will get value here. Okay. So your cell reference will be created A1, A2, A3, A4 like this. Okay. Then you need to select the cell. So you have to write dot select. Okay. Now code is done through the range object. So you can see I'm running this code. What is the counter value? You can see here I'm putting my pointer. You can see counter value is 1. So what is your cell reference? A1. So your cell reference is A1. I'm putting my pointer manually here, and after running this code, yellow line, then you will get selected A1. because my cell reference created as a A1. Okay, that's why A1 is selected. If I execute this line, then counter value will be 2. You can see here now counter value is 2. So what is your cell reference now? A2. So you will get selected A2. You can see here. Now after running these lines, this next line, then counter value will change. So you can see here I'm running. Now your counter value is 3. You can see here. Now your cell reference is 3. Okay. So running it, you can see here one by one counter value is increasing and cell is changing. Okay. Now 10th is done. You can see here 10th is done. Now it will move out from the loop. Done. Okay. So this is a first way to create cell reference. Okay. Next, other way is to create cell reference is I'm writing another macro. Okay. Sub create cell reference by range offset. Okay. This is a macro name. Okay. Now what I have to do here, I need to declare one variable dim, declaring variable counter. You can write any variable name. It's not mandatory. You can take here counter. You can write any variable. It is my habit. I take here counter. Okay. You can write here X, Y, Z, A, B, I, whatever you want. You can declare the variable anything as per your convenient. As here I'm taking integer data type. Okay. Then I'm taking here for loop. So I'm writing here for counter 1 to 10. Okay. Closing of the for loop is next. If you want to write the variable name counter, you can write. If you don't want to write, then no need to write. In single loop, I don't have any issue if you am not writing here variable name. But in double loop, it's a problem. Okay. Now I'm writing here range bracket start. I'm taking reference of A1. A1 is your base cell reference. Now I'm putting here offset. Offset means how many row offset means how many you want to move. This is a single row, first row. This is a second row. If you want to move one row, then you can write here 1. But I want to move my row through the counter, so I'm writing here counter, comma, no column movement. In case I take here one column, that means if I'm taking here a column reference, then from a column reference to move on b column through this one. Okay. If I take here 0, then column will not move. Okay. Dot select. Okay. In this code, my pointer will start from A2. Okay. Your base cell is A1. From A1, it will move one number row. In row section, I have used counter. In counter, I will get first time 1. So from A1, I will move one row. So your pointer will be move on A2. Okay. How we can adjust this reference, I will let you know further. First, you can see here how it's running. Now your base cell reference is A1. From A1 it will move row 1. Your base cell reference is this one. So one row movement means A2. Your pointer will move on A2. Okay, I'm putting my pointer here and you can check. Your pointer is starting from A2. Then one by one it will move in downside because counter value is increasing, that's why it's moving. Okay, you can see here. Done. Now your loop will executed up to 11. Your loop is executed only 10 times, but from A1, excluding A1, your pointer is moved out. So excluding A1, if I move my pointer 1, 1 is starting from 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a cell reference. Okay. Now, how I can adjust my cell selection? So I will have to write here -1. Then your pointer will move from A1. Okay, let's see. My base cell reference is A1. Counter value is 1. 1 minus 1 means 0. So your pointer will not move on row number 1. Okay, you can see here I'm putting my pointer here manually, then running this. You can see here your pointer is starting from A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, like that. Okay, done. Got it. Now I'm telling you same cell selection through the cells. How we can use? Write down sub create cell reference by cells. Okay. In this macro, I will not declare any variable. Then how we will get error? You can check. Okay. I'm not declaring variable. I'm writing here for counter. I have not declared counter variable, but I'm using here counter variable. 1, 2, 10. Okay. Then I'm creating cell reference. First, I'm closing the for loop. How we can close? Next. Then you can write here counter. This is a variable name is optional here. If you don't want to write, no problem. Okay. Then I need to write here cells bracket start. You can see here row index. Row index I have to pass here counter. Okay. Column index means which column you want to move your pointer. I want to move my pointer on A column, then I will have to write here 1. In case I want to move my pointer on B column, then I will have to write 2. Okay. Dot select. Now your code will work fine. You can see here without declaring variable, I have used that variable, but my code is running perfectly. You can see here B column, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6, B7, B8, B9, B10. Now done. Now I'm telling you how we can apply option explicit. If I take here before module first starting line, I can write here option explicit. Option explicit means it's mandatory to declare variable if you are using variable. Your code was working fine, but now your code will not work fine because I have taken option explicit in first line. So option explicit makes your variable declaration mandatory. If you are using any variable in your code, that means you have to declare that variable, otherwise you will get an error. I'm not declaring, I'm trying to run this macro. You can see here you are getting error. Okay. If I remove the option explicit, then your code will work fine. Okay, I'm commenting this line. Okay, now I'm running this macro, it will work fine. Okay, it's working fine. But in case I write here option explicit, it means you have to mandatory to declare the variable. Now you will get an error. Okay, so now I'm declaring the variable, then you will not get any error. Dim counter as integer. Integer is a data type. Okay, now you can see here my macro is working fine. Okay, that's done. I'm a trainer of MIS, data analytics, data science, business intelligence. I provided lots of training. You can see here, this is my contact number. You can see, wait, I'm telling you my contact number. If you want to take any types of training, you can come to me. I will give you excellent knowledge without any fraud. I will not uh, cheat with you. Okay, so you have to come to me for excellent knowledge. If you work, you can work hard, you can come to me. Otherwise, if you are not, you do, not able to learn, if you are thinking I'm not able to learn coding, this is not for you. But a person who is professional, they can easily learn the code, no problem. Okay, without any problem you can learn the code. Code is not more hard. It's completely depends on you how much time you are spending while learning. If you are spending more time while learning, then definitely you can learn. Okay, this is my contact number, you can see here. This is my WhatsApp number. First number is WhatsApp number, second number is normal number. My location is this, my website is this. I provide this types of training: advanced Excel, VBA with Excel, PowerPoint, MS Access. These types of training I'm providing. You can come to me for good knowledge. Thank you so much. That's it for this video.